It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport.
Look forward to our special guests each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact on our community.
You'll also hear from local business owners and get a heads up on deals and special promotions. It's time to Focus Forward. Welcome back. We're here on Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward, sponsored by the Invest Grand Bahama unit of the Grand Bahama Port Authority. My name is Glendia Sweeting, Manager of Quality Assurance, and I am joined by my co-host, Alex Thompson. What's your title today?
Oh my God.
What is your title today?
That was so dry. Like, what is that? Just Alex Thompson? Just Alex Thompson?
Alex Thompson, what's your title today? Every week, for those of you that haven't joined us before, every single week, this lady has a new title,
That's
a
right.
new name, a
That's
new
right.
something. So
That's right.
I thought I was being courteous when I was allowing her to introduce herself.
No, you have to always give me a title.
Okay.
Just, you have
Well,
to
I
make sure
do know that she is the Director of Public Affairs at the Downtown Freeport Business Association.
Yes.
But whatever new name she has today, I'm going to leave it up to her to tell you.
Well, today I am just the Public Affairs Director of the Downtown Freeport Business Association because today we are talking about business. So I just want to make sure, let you guys know that we are talking about businesses here on Grand Bahama. So you want to stay tuned because this is our back to school special.
Yes, this is our back to school special, and obviously for the last, I want to say 7 or 8 years, we would have been having the back to school special every year. And so this is no different, and we definitely have 2 businesses that would have joined us today. And we're so excited to have them join us because we want to hear what it is that they have to offer for your children that are going to be going back to school either at the end of August or the beginning of September. So definitely stay tuned and share the show with some others so that you can tell them how they can benefit from purchasing at home, buy local, shop at home.
That's it.
Right?
I wonder if she's going to get that in there.
I was trying to. It didn't come out all the way, but
All
it
right,
came
we
out
got it in
eventually.
there.
So buy local, shop at home, support our local businesses. It's back to school time. They have been preparing for you. They are ready for you. They've been shopping. And we have a little show and tell and some things going on here. So we're definitely looking forward to being able to have that conversation. Alex, how can persons find us?
You can find us right now. You can find us on Facebook at the Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau page. You can also find us on ZNS on Thursday nights. You can also find us on our TV on, I think it's Friday or Saturday, is it?
Our TV is Saturday at 5 p.m.
At 5 p.m. And you can also find us at Dove on 11 on Friday. So you can't miss, because not only are we going to have this back to school show today, but also in the second half of our show, we're going to feature some other business. I tell you, this is about businesses. This show all about businesses. And we want you to stay tuned because we want you to hear about what's here in Grand Bahama that can benefit you.
Definitely.
We want to make sure you know that you have an opportunity as a licensee of the GBPA to be on the show, to talk about your business and let the world know what you have to offer. All you have to do is send us your information at info@gbpa.com, or you can also drop your business card at the reception desk at the main lobby. But you will have an opportunity to be here on this show and spread the news about what you have to offer.
Yes, it's a GBPA licensee benefit. And we always look forward to having businesses join us on the show.
Yes.
So obviously, if you haven't had the opportunity over the years to be on Focus Forward, call us, message us, do something. But get on the show.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free for our licensees, and we're
Free.
really, really happy to have you here each and every week. We enjoy sharing with you.
And what's one of the
so-
other benefits they get?
Oh, so lots of benefits. Are we talking about a business license show? Do I need to bring on perhaps someone from the customer relations department, Miss Nicole Colebrook, who can share all of that information, or Mr. Derek Newbull, or Miss LaShawn Dames? We can arrange that.
I told
Perhaps.
you about the free commercial.
Oh yeah. Well, so there's so many benefits, right?
That's a big benefit, y'all.
Right, there is
you don't have to
a
pay
free
for.
commercial that our licensees would receive. It's a 60-second commercial, and it's called the business segment of the week.
That's right.
So if you are a new business and you're settled in your location and you want to have a commercial that you can use, the Grand Bahama Port Authority will give you the benefit of coming out to your location, shooting a 60-second commercial for you, with you, giving you a copy of that commercial, and also on your behalf airing that commercial free of charge to you
Free.
on ZNS TV.
Free.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Free.
Free.
But you got to come on the show because you need to sit on the couch and talk to us about your business. That's a byproduct of coming
So
on the
this
show.
this
So
sounds
don't
like
be
a package
afraid.
deal as far as she is concerned.
Yeah, don't be afraid to come and talk about it.
But many other benefits as well. And if you want to learn about those benefits, you can call us today, 350-9000. Ask
watch
to speak
the
to someone
show.
in licensing, customer relations, or watch the show.
Watch the show because you get the goods from here. We give you the tea, to find out, and then you could call, licensing.
Definitely. To sign up, to register.
Yes.
And you can go to the portal online, business.gbpa.com.
You got to watch the show.
There you go.
Get the information. Just pause, replay, play it back. We giving you all the good stuff. All right.
Speaking about businesses, we want to send a quick shout out to Nesbitt Fitness. We had Nesbitt Fitness on our show just a few weeks ago. Mr. Oric Nesbitt had told us about the fact that he has now expanded his business in Freeport, and we were very happy to hear about that. And on that show, he also gifted both of us 1 free month to come to the gym so that we could get started with
Lord, help us.
exercising. And so this week, Tuesday, we started.
Yay.
And so we're putting together a little chronicle of that, a little small documentary with Alex over here getting herself together. So hopefully at some point we'll be sharing that on our Facebook page.
I don't know about all of that,
and
y'all.
Alex may be able to tell you about her experience.
I don't know about all of that, y'all, but we went. Because
Yes.
everywhere we went, people were asking us, are we really going to do the gym thing?
Yes. And some of those ladies, shout out to the ladies that are in the aerobics group.
Aerobics, yes.
Yes,
At Nesbitt
because they
Fitness.
are avid viewers and audience members of Focus Forward, and we
Right.
appreciate you. So we just want to say that. Thank you so much for watching.
I
All right.
I don't remember her name, but she knows exactly who she is. She was keeping me on track. Y'all, I have no rhythm, no coordination. And when they were doing the aerobics, I was this way and everybody was this way. They were turning to
We
the
have
right.
it on camera.
It was a hot mess. So shout
Right.
out to her. She knows exactly who she is because she
Yes.
took the time and said, no, Alex, you got to do it this way and you got to do it that way.
They were very helpful to Alex.
Yes, they were. Oh, to Alex. Okay, let's move on with the show.
But let's move on. It's our back to school show
Yes.
today. So, so great to have you guys with us. And we have 2 wonderful ladies that are here on Alex's hot seat over there.
Hot seat.
We want to welcome to the show for the first time Miss Olivia Roll, who is the owner of the Educational Enhancement Program. Ms. Roll, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning.
Good. And we also want to welcome to the show, or welcome back to the show, this lady. She is no stranger to us.
That's right.
She is the owner of H&L School Supplies, but she is also a member of the Downtown Freeport Business Association. So let's welcome back Ms. Kelly Russell.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you.
You know, Ms. Kelly is one of our longest serving directors.
Yes.
For the Downtown Freeport Business Association.
I'm sure she's probably the longest.
Kelly, you've been there from the beginning?
Yes.
She's been there from the
Yes.
beginning. Okay, see, so there we go. So y'all got to, listen, we got good people here. And
Mm-hmm.
you know where she's located?
Downtown.
Okay, just so you know. She's downtown. And she's been downtown for how many years, Kelly?
25 years.
Certainly a
25
staple.
years.
A staple in the community.
It's downtown.
It's good stuff.
all right.
So, Ms. Kelly, can we start with you? Just give us a little history about your business. Help us to understand, where did H&L begin 25 years ago?
Well, it actually started, I wanted a bookstore. And after checking around and talking with some of my friends, then I realized, and they said, bookstore, nobody reads. And so after, I figured if my friends didn't read, then who reads?
Who's going to read?
Nobody. So I then, did a survey, number of persons, and then I came up with the idea of adding the school supplies. And thank God I did, because that really took off from the very beginning. As soon as we came, everybody was like, oh, this is really needed downtown.
That's right.
And so that really took off. So we started with just a small space where we are right now. And then after the first year, we expanded. And then we expanded a second time because we had the bookstore at the back and the school supplies at the front. So we opened up so we'd have more space for the school supplies. The books did quite well back then, but not so much now
Not so much.
as they did back then. And then we had a lot of the expats and then, of course, the tourists, because they always came in and they bought novels, Bahamian books, cookbooks, and so that kept us going. And then, of course, we went through Francis and Jane, and that set us back a little bit. And then I think it was, well, May, that threw us back again. And it was a number of storms and hurricanes that came in. And for every time, you know, it threw us back a little bit. And, you know, we were okay.
You were okay.
We were
Kelly,
okay.
It's 25 years. I'm sure
Right.
people want to know, like you said, you thought about books and then you realized if your friends aren't going to read, nobody else is going to read.
Right.
You did expand, and it sounds great, but how did you keep yourself motivated in the 25 years? You know, you and I have both been downtown 2 decades.
Yes.
Right.
And so we've seen the ups and the downs. So for those persons that are watching who want to start a business, who've just started a business, who's wondering if they should close their business, give them a little context about how did you keep going and stay committed.
It's
to your dream.
really a roller coaster ride. You're up and you're down. But it has to be something that you want to do, that you love doing. Like I said, I always wanted to open a bookstore when my children were growing up because I love reading. And so it was one of my reasons for wanting to open a bookstore, because I just figured everybody wanted to read. And so that kept me going, because I kept pushing the reading programs in the schools. I would, you know, go into the schools and encourage reading and what have you. And I donated books to the libraries at the school just to, you know, encourage them with the reading program. But of course, you know, that still didn't do it. But I think too, the customers also, because, you know, there were persons who said that, no, you know, you can't go, I'll just wait. So whenever that, you know, we didn't have something or there was a problem, the customers always came back. And so they kept us motivated, as well as me pushing myself. But you have to have a love for what you're doing.
That's just it. You got to
You know,
love it.
you have to love what you're doing and know that that is what you want to do. Because if you're just doing it for the money, when the money isn't coming in the way it should be coming in, then there's going to be a problem.
I was about to say, Kelly, I mean, we
Yeah.
all get in the business for some money.
Yeah, that,
You
you
know.
know. But if it's just that, and it's just not that you want to be there for the community,
Okay, I think
Okay.
that's the key right there.
you know,
That's the statement. You want to be there for your community.
Yes.
And I remember after Dorian, we had spoke a little bit, and you had said that
yes.
I was going to be done.
Yes, because Dorian came in and, you know, and all of them, because we had water before, but never that amount of water.
Right.
Because we'd had water in the store before, but never that amount of water. So when Dorian came, we practically almost lost like 75% of what we had in there. Because, of course, you know, it's a lot of paper stuff.
Of course.
So the moisture, and what happened was I went in a couple of days afterwards. Well, I didn't go in. I opened the door, and a lot of the stuff was at the door.
Right.
And so I just told my son to put the boards back up
Okay.
on the door. I said, just leave it. I can't do it.
you couldn't deal with
I
it.
can't do it.
I
Not
can
right now.
I can relate entirely.
And so I just stepped away, and then I went, and then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, Lord, this is what I want to do. You know, this is something that, you know, was way back that I wanted to do. It's my dream, and I wanted to do it. And I said, you know, for my grandchildren, I mean, I still only have one grandson, so I don't know about the grandchildren, but maybe the great-grandchildren. And so you know, my son asked, Mommy, you ready yet? And I said, yeah, I'm thinking about it. And so then I went back, I think it was like the following week. I went back, we opened up, and once we went the second time, and I said, you know what, yeah, let's just start cleaning up.
Okay.
And so we started, but you know, by that time, the stuff had already gotten,
Because I've gotten moldy.
the
And,
water then started really to, you know, some stuff that you couldn't salvage because it was salt water.
right.
And so we just took out all of this stuff and we moved on from there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, you have, you know, a wonderful, somewhat sobering story, but also a story that allows us to see where you have overcome. You've been
Exactly.
resilient. You've been victorious despite the challenges. And I think that story always needs to be told by businesses because a lot of times some persons just kind of open their door, they hope for the best. And, you know, for whatever the reasons are, which may not be the correct reasons in some cases, you know, they just can't stick with it and they move on. But, you know, that passion, that desire and the prayers and everything that you had to put into there to keep it going is
Right.
all necessary. So I think that's really, really good. So let's talk a little bit about the show and tell pieces and some of the things that you have available for back to school. We have a full table here.
A full table of
Now,
Beautiful table,
some of-
lots of colors, lots of things. I see some books, I see some pencil cases, all kinds of things here.
You know, I like
Now we
soft
have
touch things. It's feeling like me already. It's feeling
we
like
have
me
all
already.
of your basic items for school. You're back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Your sleeping mats, your composition books, your journals, the pens, the pencil, lunch bags, roller bags, tablets, flash drives. So we have all of pencils, you name it, geometry set. Everything is in stock now and just waiting for the customers to come in
Spend their money.
and to spend their money. But of course, I realize now that because, we have the VAT holiday,
Right.
which is the 16th, I think it is. And so, of course, a lot of persons are waiting,
Waiting
for
for
that,
that day.
But, I tell people, come in, we give 15% discount anyhow as it is. And so you can come in. So
Don't fly
you
past that. You can come in before the VAT holiday
Exactly.
and get 15% off.
Exactly, because with the
That's not
VAT
a lot,
holiday,
but
it's,
yes.
it's only 10% with the VAT.
Right.
Right.
Right. I said, but now we're doing the discount. So come in and you can do your shopping and you get your discount and you're saving. You'll be saving something. But these are some of our little extra stuff. Because, the children, you have your little, that you can clip onto your bag.
onto your bag.
And then you have your keychains.
Do you want to see this one?
Right.
Yeah, you have your
so-
keychain.
Kelly, I tell you, I already love this. I love
Yeah,
anything that's
right.
soft and
You
fluffy
see,
and
we
colorful.
have the nice little, stuff, the extra stuff, the pens, and of course we have headphones with the water bottle, matching water bottles.
Oh, cute.
Right, so those are some of just
Nice.
the extra, and for the little ones, the Paw Patrol bottle.
So you want us to know that you sell all the basic stuff.
Yes,
all
but
the basic
also
stuff
we
with
have all
fun
the little
stuff.
extra
Extras.
stuff,
Fun stuff,
for
right.
those persons who, those persons that want to come in and get those little extra trinkets
as
for the
well.
children. We have those as well, and you want to make it pretty. Yeah, that's you can use that as your
Nice.
calendar.
Right. So I'm looking through because this is really nice.
Oh, I love that journal.
Yeah, this is really
says?
nice.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
you have
I'm
stuff like
grateful.
that, right?
What am I
you can.
grateful for? That's a nice journal.
Real nice.
And so
I
you
like
can
it.
put all your assignments in that book if you need to. And we have them in different patterns. So we have boys and girls. Because,
Okay.
a lot of people come in and say, oh, y'all have all this girly stuff. But
Kelly,
we do
what-
have stuff for
what-
boys.
If we come in the shop, what time are you opening in the mornings?
We're open from 8:30.
Awesome.
Yes, 5:30 right now, but generally Friday and Saturday is 6 o'clock.
Awesome.
But usually when it's busy, we're there till 6, after 6 o'clock anyhow on most days.
Wonderful. All right, guys. So you heard it here. Our H&L School Supplies. They have so many things. They have books. They have pencils and pens and fancy Paw Patrol cups for the little kids and some little glistening girly stuff with headphones and a nice little water bottle and so many things. You have to go in the store to experience it. You're only seeing a little bit of it here, and what we see is quite nice, but definitely go and check them out. They even have tablets. So if you're not picking up those books to read, but you want to get your children to be able to do something, grab a tablet and go download, take a look at what's there to be able to help your child, and definitely you can have something for them for back to school, for the back to school season. 15% off if you go now before the VAT holiday.
That's it.
So you definitely want to take advantage of that as well. So we want to move over to Miss Olivia Roll. Miss Roll, thank you again for joining us. We want to talk a little bit about the Educational Enhancement Program. Tell us about your business.
Good morning. We are tutoring an after-school tutoring program. We tutor children from K4 to BGCSE level. From we started though, we've only had a few BGCSE students. They seem to not be so interested or they get help elsewhere, but we mostly focus on K4 to BJC level. If someone is interested in BGCSE level, though, we are able to assist them. We operate at Hugh Campbell Primary School. We have classes 2 days a week. We are also bringing back a program that we use, an online program. We started in 2019 as a business, although I've been tutoring for 16 years.
Really?
Yes. And, you know, after the storm and the pandemic, the lockdown, we had to adjust, so we started tutoring online. And there's a program that we use that helps us to better track the students' learning progress. And we intend to bring that back on because we just started again face-to-face last year. And so we're bringing that program back on where our students will be able to use that program as well as have face-to-face instruction. So we plan to increase the progress time. Educational enhancement program exists to give the students the extra push to success. Some students only need an extra push. And then sometimes it's a matter of confidence. Like you would say, oh, my child isn't learning. They need some extra help. That's us. We have the patience for them. And then
It's a good thing you have the patience, because I don't. I don't know if you have the patience, Glendia, but I don't have the patience.
No, no.
And
I'm
I've come to realize too that as a parent now, children give their own parents the hardest time. If I was a parent before I became a teacher, I would not have been a teacher. So thank God it happened the opposite way, because my son was trying me.
Okay.
And I'm like, come on now. I never had that problem with any other child. But he learned now that, you know, this is serious business. School, you need this instruction. So we're here to give that extra help. If you don't have the patience for your child, or if you just need the extra assignments, just that extra practice, timetables, reading. I am big on reading. And I love teaching children how to read. So we have a team of teachers. It's me and a few of my teacher friends who I trust. Similar personalities, inviting, intelligent, and we just work together to tutor the students. We even bring in specialists where needed. So if a child is doing general science or health science, we'll bring in a specialist or a social studies. So we have all of the assistants. It's like whatever is needed, we can almost get it. I don't want to say.
Almost get it.
Yes.
You're in the hot seat now. I'm about to ask you a question just now. So let me get this in real quick with you, okay? Let me get this in real quick. So my son is brilliant. You know, he's literally very articulate, but he literally does not like school. He doesn't like studying. He doesn't like any of that. How are you going to help him? Because I need him to focus. I need him to get it together. He's hitting the 9th grade. He's got BJCs to do, and I'm pulling out my hair. We did some tutoring with him last year, last semester, and he did much better in his everyday schoolwork, but he seems to have a challenge with testing. Is that something that you offer as well?
Okay. What we do coming up close to the exam time is we do like mock. Mm-hmm. We try to train them time-wise, because I've come to realize in 16 years of tutoring, well, before 16 years, that they can have all of the knowledge and the skills, but if they're not managing their time properly, right, they can still fail. So we always give them quizzes and time them to help them with it. For our older students, they don't like to study, so we're constantly on them. We usually do a monthly competition when we use our online program. Those who answer the most questions correctly, they get phone cards. You know, everyone is all about cell phone.
Yeah.
So we do like a first and second, we top you up, and they just love it.
Wow.
So that's something we do to try to encourage them. Nowadays, you have to jinx children to learn because there's so much competition. Yes, that's what you have to do.
So you guys have the skills, you have the know-it-all, and the patience to deal with these kids.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
A lot of people have been looking, when I was looking for tutoring for my son, a lot of persons are not doing face-to-face and one-on-one anymore. So I'm happy to know that you are doing that. You said you are located at Hugh Campbell.
Hugh Campbell
And you're
Primary.
at 2 days a week. Is there any way that if, you know, because our kids today have multiple things going on, because we want
Yes.
them to be well-rounded, whether it's soccer, whether it's basketball, whether it's
Track and field, swimming,
yeah.
tennis,
there's
you
always
name it.
something, or whether they're in drama or theater or whatever it is, or they're in any other thing, you know, so you're trying to figure out what are we going to do. We only have 5 days a week. Do you offer anything more than 2 days? Do you offer specialized services? Do you come to the house, or do the kids have to come out to Hugh Campbell?
Okay, for now, they have to come out to us. We were actually at 3 days a week, but because of all that you mentioned, that was a lot. And then we started to get tired too, because we are doing some of the extra activities as well.
Understood.
So we went to 2 days, and we're bringing back the program because they can practice virtually.
Okay.
So if we assign something, and you can assign it to individual students, we can actually see what they answered correctly or incorrectly, and we can give guidance to them. So that's why I'm bringing back on that program, because that, along with the face-to-face, is very handy. Anything outside of our program, once you message me, I discuss with the tutors or even myself, and we see how we can accommodate something extra.
I already
So that
like
would have been my next question, because I know there are persons that are watching right now, and their biggest question in their mind is, how can we get more information? How can I potentially enroll my child? So tell us a little about that.
Okay, right now we have a Facebook page, Educational Enhancement Program. We call it EEP for short. You can send us a message on our Facebook page or WhatsApp, 808-4289. You can also reach us on Gmail. It's eepscholars@gmail.com. Whenever I put out the yearly flyer, I post it on the Facebook page, along with the application for you to enroll your child. We also are getting a little bit more technological as well. So you can pay online, just like how you pay your power bill or your cable bill. I email invoices. So for the parent who is actually tech savvy and want to do that, one of the things about EEP is when you drop your child, we provide them with the materials that they need for the tutoring program. Whether we're using past BGCSE papers, past GLAD papers, past BJC papers, we provide that. We just ask that you bring them with a bottle of water. But in this case, they will have to bring like a tablet, so we can train them on how to use the online program that we're using. So when they're not face-to-face, they will be able to still engage in those assignments. I want to also mention that online program also gives certificates for skills pass. So if it's a K4 student and they have all of their consonant sounds together, they will send a certificate. Or if you practice 10 skills in math, they send a certificate to your parent. So it motivates them along the way. There's also something, when my son uses it, they have like these virtual teddy bears. And he'd say, oh, I got the turtle. Oh, I got this, after he achieves certain skills. So that's also motivational to them.
So is the program year-round? I know, school starts from end of August, September, and then, we break for summer. Is your program year-round, or does it just run concurrently with the normal school year?
It runs with the normal school year. In the summertime, I usually do reading. I had a group of students that was with me. They were more so handpicked because I didn't want to do anything big this summer. So they were between 4 to 7, and we worked on some reading skills, phonics, just to help them to cement that, because they are young readers, and those skills, they need to cement it.
They need to have it in place. All right.
Yes.
So summertime, you don't have, it's special selection that you do in the summertime. And I have another question for you. If I feel that my child needs help, but I'm not sure, do you offer the evaluation? And you tell us what exactly that it is that our kids need, that you'll be able to say, okay, he just needs, like you said, he may need some more reading, he may need some more math, he may need, more testing. Are you able to do that for us?
Yes, ma'am, we are able to do that for you.
Okay.
Now, there are so many great benefits, it seems, with this program. So my next question is, in terms of cost, it seems as if the program is so rich. Can we actually afford
the program?
Okay,
the program?
The program is $120 a month.
Okay.
So if you divide it weekly, that's like $30 a week. And there's 2 hours of face-to-face time, but you also have access to the virtual practice. What I do want to mention as well is we have children from all different calibers. We have those who really need help, those who are average, and those who are already intelligent. We had a student just recently. She was already an intelligent girl, always scored well, and with our help, she got her 4.0. So we're here to enhance, to improve the students' learning. If a child is in the 2nd grade, but they haven't mastered skills in the 1st grade, that program allows them to do 1st grade skills. If a child is in the 2nd grade and they are a top 2nd grader, they can go on to 3rd grade skills. So, and everyone has access to it who is in the program.
Okay, this is wonderful. So we're really excited to hear about these things that are ready for you for back to school. When we talk about the EEP program, see, I was trying to get it. The EEP program, we want to encourage you. Please go online on their Facebook page, get that information, see if you possibly want to do an evaluation and assessment. Perhaps you need to get your child some help. It seems like a really, really good program. Like I said, a very rich program.
That's it.
Certainly affordable, and definitely Ms. Rule would be there along with all of the other teachers that are assisting her to be able to make it happen for your kids. And again, in order to go to that program, you need to have the tools necessary. Your kids need resources at school. So stop by H&L. Make sure that you go downtown and you get all of your supplies, pens, pencils, all the rest of it, all of the good things that you know that your child definitely needs
And the extras.
for back to school. And the extra. So we got to wrap this segment really quickly, but we had a wonderful time, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And the invitation is open for you to come back again. But I want you guys to stay tuned because we're going to do something very special this week. We're going to do a business flashback in our next segment. So you have to stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
Nesbitt Fitness is a fully equipped gym located in the Ravens Mall. We offer boxing, cardio, weight resistance, outside training, CrossFit. We have a wide variety of machines for every body part. Most of the machines go from, I'd say, about 5 pounds up to about 200 pounds. And we have different stations with the sanitizing bottles and the napkins. We encourage everybody to wipe down the machines every time they use it. Bring a towel, to create a barrier between yourself and the machine. We have CrossFit classes and boxing classes. The times and the schedule changes. We have Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. So most of our handles are just Nesbitt Fitness Gym. We're open between the hours of 5 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Saturday we're open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Freeport Report encourages residents to become active citizens in improving our city by reporting non-emergency issues in their neighborhoods, all through the convenience of an easy-to-use and free mobile app. You can instantly report issues from within the GBPA areas, quickly map issues you see on the street, answer a few questions, provide detailed descriptions, photos, and videos right from your device. Whether it's your neighbor or the responsible department within GBPA, those who need to know will receive an instant alert of issues reported. You can also comment on issues, vote them up, and share issues on Facebook and other social media sites to get even more citizens involved. You can report matters such as illegal dumping, unpermitted construction activity, damaged water meters, and a host of other issues that may affect your neighborhood and the city at large. We all want to make our city comfortable and issue-free, and now there's an app just for that. Keeping our city well managed and beautiful just got a little bit easier. All you have to do is see, click, and fix with Freeport Report. Download the Freeport Report app today, available for free in Google Play and the Apple App Store.
You're thinking about starting a business or looking to expand and grow an existing business? The Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau can help. We are your complete business resource center, offering a one-stop shop service to aspiring entrepreneurs and existing business owners. Did you know that most startup businesses fail within the first 3 to 5 years as a result of poor planning, insufficient funding, and lack of basic business management skills and training? The Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau offers a wealth of resources, information, and support to help entrepreneurs avoid costly mistakes, make wise choices, and plan effectively for a successful business venture. Why risk becoming a statistic? Helping entrepreneurs realize their goals of successful business ownership while working with existing businesses to remain competitive and profitable is what we do. Visit or call us today for more information on how the Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau can help you. Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau, empowering licensees.
Welcome back. We're here on Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show. Focus forward. It is another great week, and we're always so excited and so very happy to be with you. And we just had our back to school segment and our top segment today. We had H&L
From downtown.
from downtown.
That's been there
25
25
years
years.
in the downtown community. I didn't know that. I learned
And
that
if
today.
you missed it, you need to go back and watch the show because her story is inspiring. I remember she
It
said
is.
after Dorian, she took the boards down. She went inside. Same thing I did. You look at the chaos that's there, and then she had her son put the boards back up. And a week later, she went back and said, I'll do it again because she wanted to serve the Grand Bahama community. She wanted to serve you.
Yes, resiliency.
Resilience.
Just, wow.
That's it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So definitely, we want to encourage any business owner, anyone that's here within the city of Freeport that's watching right now. Miss Kelly talked about the highs and lows. She said it's a roller coaster. Sometimes, you're up there, you're doing really well. Sometimes it comes a little down, but,
That's right.
you find a way to make it happen. And it all goes back to, she talked about her passion, her desire.
But when the money's
what
not
is
there.
it she wanted to do? So when the money's not there,
Not
something
coming
else
in the
was
way-
holding her there.
Yeah, when the money's not coming in the
So-
way you want to.
Yes,
But
definitely.
I think it's important also to point out that Kelly said she wanted to open up a bookstore.
Right.
And she did her little research and found out ain't nobody was reading.
Right. And that too is important, right?
That is
you always
important.
have to understand the economy that you're working with.
And your market.
Right. If you get that,
Who's your customers?
then you will definitely be able to choose something that will work for that particular market.
So she decided to
And
add
you
it to
still
school
have to stick with
supplies.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
so she did her book, she did school supplies. But then Kelly also expanded, which we didn't talk more on. Then she expanded into toys.
Right.
Yes, and then more gifts, and then more artist supplies. As the community came in and asked for what they wanted, she filled that need.
She grew with them.
She grew with that's it. She grew with
She
them.
grew with them.
And y'all, she's downtown.
Yes.
Been downtown.
25 years
25
later.
years, that's
and
right.
it's just a wonderful story. So like Alex said, if you didn't watch it, make sure rewind.
Find
Go back,
her.
go on the Facebook page, go and take a look at it so that you can find out exactly how that story went.
And
I
where
think it's
she's
really
located?
inspiring.
Tell them where
We'll
she's
say
at.
it again, downtown.
Okay, just so you know. But in case you're not exactly sure where downtown, she is right across from the old parking shop or the old dollar deals.
Yes.
And she is just before you walk down to the circle where the Winston Churchill bust is. H&L is right there, 3 spots right there.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. So go there, check her out so that you can get your school supplies, all of the things that you would need for your children. Or perhaps you want to gift someone a backpack with some supplies in it for the back to school season. I think that'll be sweet, hey?
That'll be nice.
But yes,
our
that's one of the
second
places that you
guest.
can go. And then we had our second guest. We had Miss Olivia Roll from the Educational Enhancement Program. And Ms. Roll talked about her program, and she talked about any number of things, but she caters from K4 up to BGCSE level.
That's it.
She has a group of teachers that works along with her. They're at the Hugh Campbell Primary School. They're working 2 days a week, but they also have a virtual
That's
program
in person,
as well.
2 days.
In person and
then
virtual.
all month long.
Right.
What's important to note is she said that they deal with kids from all levels. So
Yes.
whether someone needs a little push, a big push, they need training, they need testing, and they also offer evaluation. So I don't know, a lot of you, if you follow my social status, you would see that I've been, was looking for a tutor over the last year. So I'm happy to have had her on here because some of you wanted to find out as well. For someone who still does in person.
Right.
Because I got a kid, he loves the computer, but locking him down to learn on it is not happening. So he needs that one-on-one, he needs that face-to-face,
Right.
and they offer that as well.
Right, so it's called EEP, Educational Enhancement Program. You could check out their Facebook page, get some additional information, and definitely see what you can do there if, in fact, you have a child or you know about a child that may need some assistance. And we also want to shout out all of the other businesses here within the city of Freeport that are providing back-to-school supplies. Those that are downtown in the Port Lucaya area, anywhere in the Lucaya area along East Sunrise Highway going up to Caravel Beach and all the rest of it. We want to shout out everybody, not just downtown, but
Agreed.
Alex, and also the Queens Highway and the civic industrial areas. You know, we have Bellevue Business Depot, we have Bellevue Gifts.
That's right.
We have Bethel's, that's downtown, near downtown
Get away from
proper.
it. You have, the bookstore and the Pike from Manor.
right.
So we want to let the
Raven
Grand
Mall.
Bahama public know that it is time to get ready for back to school. Do not wait for the last minute. As
Right.
Kelly would have said at H&L, they're offering 15% off now before the VAT holiday. The VAT holiday, you do get, VAT free on all of your school supplies. But we want you to start now because we don't want you to complain and go on social media and say, oh, there's nothing to buy in Grand Bahama. You waited too late.
Right.
Because everybody is
15%.
ready. We've been around downtown and we've also been around to Caravel Beach area. We've been to most of the stores here in Grand Bahama that are selling school supplies. We're talking about school shoes. We're talking about uniforms. We're talking about even the hair salons that are getting ready for your kids, get their hair done or whatever the case may be. Get your appointments booked because you want to get the girls' hair braided.
Right.
The boys want to get their haircuts. You want to make sure you have everything that you need for your kids.
Definitely.
And so this is one of the reasons why we have this show, because we want you to be prepared and be ready. Are you ready to get your son back to
Absolutely.
school?
My son is ready. We were ready before
What do you
we
mean he's
left
ready?
to
It's
take
August.
vacation. We were ready. He was ready from June. Because if school opened July 1st, he would have been there. he was ready. But what I normally would do is I would take advantage of some of the after school closing sales. So there are some stores within the city of Freeport where you can go particularly to purchase books for the next grade. Okay. So you can go and you can purchase those books while they have them available, because once those books are no longer available, when the new stock comes in, sometimes the new stock comes in at a higher price. Okay. So you take advantage of the less expensive books that you can get if you buy them early enough. Yes. You just have to buy them early enough and you can take advantage of some deals.
Well, one of my little special tricks, I always find someone whose kid is one grade above mine.
Okay.
So
a lot of parents
Chase,
do that,
yeah,
I'm sure.
so Chase is going in the 9th grade. So I make sure before the end of 8th grade, okay, let's go in the 9th grade. Let's see, who do I know here? What do you have? What books do we need? What are
That's
you getting
the smart
rid of?
way to do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's the smart way to do it.
So your son is coming up behind Chase.
Yes.
He's in 8th grade. So
He's
you need
in
to check any books that you may need. Let me know, because then we make sure to pass them on.
So we'll see what we can do together.
That's it.
We'll see what we can do. But hey, we're in the business segment now, and I promised you just before the commercial break that we're going to have something just a little bit new, something just a little bit different. We have some wonderful businesses across the city of Freeport, and each and every week we have an opportunity to highlight them. But we wanted to do a business flashback and to be able to highlight some of our businesses that would have been on the show with us, obviously during the course of this year, and maybe just a few from last year as well. So we want you to stay tuned, and we will be right back after the business flashback. It's a pleasure to welcome to Focus Forward for the first time Ms. Shantia Heal McBride, and she is the registered pharmacist of Island Cares Pharmacy. Welcome to Focus Forward.
Welcome. Thank you so much.
Good to have you here.
She's a downtowner.
Yes.
Let me just handle that.
Yes.
You just make up these names and stuff.
I do, because it is. Now listen, before we get started with anything, you need to tell the people, tell them why downtown.
Okay, well,
Aside from the fact that I'm there.
well, number one, Grand Bahama has always been a second home for me in terms of, and I've been groomed in the downtown area. I worked there from the age of 11 to 16 at my uncle's clothing store, Tico's Men Fashion.
Right.
So when it was time to come and open up my own business, it just was nowhere else to go. That actual building store that I'm in was a video store that I used to frequent every day during my free time.
I remember that.
Yes.
So it's like coming home and opening up my own business into a spot that I knew and loved.
What she said?
So downtown, and you spoke of the Grand Union building. So I'm familiar with that, walking to to Burger King or walking to Winn-Dixie. So I'm familiar with all of the downtown area.
So she's home now.
She's home.
Just so you all know, right? She was in Nassau, but she decided to open her business back here in Freeport, Grand Bahama, downtown. Now let's talk about your business. Tell us all about what you are doing downtown.
Okay, so Island Care Pharmacy is, I'll call it my baby. Not my first pharmacy, but as I said, I love Freeport. So it should have been my first store. So I decided now, I've been in the field for 15 plus years, so I decided to open more of a patient care pharmacy at Island Care. So many times patients come into pharmacies. We are I would say, the first stop for most medical care. Patients come into pharmacists because they can speak to us, more readily than their physician. But we're always busy. So you come in, we fill your prescription, we give you your consultation on that. But now with the patient care pharmacy, you could come in and actually make a one-on-one appointment for your consultation for your medication or your needs in terms of whatever your treatment may be, whatever condition you have. So it's a one-on-one if you cannot get to your physician.
Right.
You can come in and liaise with us, and through us, we could also contact your physician or any other allied health service you may need.
Oh, I like that. Now, people are going to ask, do you accept insurances? How does that work?
Okay, so first and foremost, we are a pharmacy first. So we fill your medication. So if you have insurance for those medications, yes, we will fill your prescription and liaise with the insurance companies. Now, there also is the NIB drug plan, which most premiums and seniors are on. So we also provide that. So you could come in and bring your NIB drug card and get your medication filled. Government provides that service free of charge for, its citizens. So we do that service for you also. So insurance and the NIB drug plan.
So anything that you need,
Right.
Yes.
you can handle it right there.
Yes.
So can we talk a little bit about the over-the-counter products that you have in the store as well?
Okay, so within the pharmacy, I catered more to pharmacy over the counter, not a little bit of your convenience store, just the ease of coming into a store and getting everything. But we provide your vitamins, supplements for you, and all of your OTC cough and cold, allergy, your pain, fever, anything of that nature. So we have a wide variety of prescription over-the-counter items you may
So you're
need.
a full-fledged pharmacy.
Yes, we're a full-fledged pharmacy
And
first
what are
and
your
foremost.
hours? Full-fledged pharmacy, first and foremost, I think what she wants to stress to
Yes.
the public. So whatever you need, that prescription, when you leave your physician's office, you can come
straight there.
downtown, which I'm so thankful that there's a pharmacy downtown, because downtown is in walking distance to most places, and you can get your prescription filled. Now, I want to go back a little bit more to your patient care. Yes. So I think people want to know, because I'm one of those persons that will just pop into the pharmacy and say, hey, this is how I feel. This is what's going on with me. I don't want to wait to make an appointment. I don't want to go to my NHI doctor and wait till he can see me. I think the public needs to know that that is available for them in a centralized location. And how easy is it to access that care?
Okay, so with the patient care facility, when you come in, there are some conditions, there are some symptoms that pharmacists can help consult you with that may not need a prescription. So at that time, when you come in, you let us know your symptoms, what your conditions are at that current time, and we could give you something that could alleviate those symptoms for the moment. So pharmacists are when we do pharmacology, we also learn how to consult. So that's our primary job after we fill your prescription. So other than your prescription, we still have to know all the over-the-counter medications for you. So if you have a condition, like a lot of mothers, they have issues with their babies. They have certain symptoms, they're not sure what it is. Right. So you could come into Island Care Pharmacy, speak with the pharmacist and say, oh, my infant is experiencing this, or I'm having a little issues with, digestive health, maybe having a pain, fever, I'm not sure how severe it is, It may be something that we could recommend over the counter, or something where we may say, you know what, let me contact your physician right now. Sometimes speaking professional to professional, we may get through to your physician before you could. They may say, I'll let the physician call you back.
Right.
But to know that you came into a pharmacist and the pharmacist is now contacting the physician. You will get through to that physician a little bit faster.
Oh, I like
Right.
it.
So that would be the service would.
Now, I would have seen, I think it was just shortly after or the day after you had your grand opening. I came into the store and there was someone, I guess they were having a consultation or they were getting some assistance in the room. So there is a private setup that you have. Can you talk about that setup and what could happen there?
So within treatment care, we have an actual treatment room. So in the pharmacy, there's a room specially catered towards, as if you go to your physician's office. So it's like it's a physician's office setup. And as you spoke to at that time, there was a physician, Dr. Victor Horsley.
Mm-hmm.
He deals more with diabetic care, especially diabetic foot care, because I made it my primary goal right now to focus on diabetic health.
Wow.
So he comes in, at that time we were doing free assessments, the opening, of persons with diabetes or your diabetic foot care. And he assessed them, he indicated his assessment, his recommendations and so forth for future follow-up. So that was a part of our grand opening there. And he'll be coming on, I hope monthly or
Monthly
somewhere.
to be available for each person that want to
So
come
we will
in.
contact you and let him know when he is here, because he's not within the Bahamas, so he's an international affiliate.
Oh, we got international things
helping
happening.
Right.
that come in and out, and we have many local affiliates such as diabetic educators that come in. So if you have diabetes and you just want to know where you're at with your health, you come in, the diabetic educator could sit and speak with you. And on duty is a nurse. A nurse is actively every day on staff.
Really?
Yes. Yes. We
Licensed
have
nurse.
Yes, she's a nurse.
Not
Yes.
just when I put on my hat at nighttime because my son is sick and call myself Nurse Norma.
No.
Sound like a
licensed
night nurse. That's a different nurse. That's a different
Yes, a licensed nurse is on staff. So, and nurses cover all medical demographics within the Bahamas. So you come in, the nurse could speak with you. If the diabetic educator or the physician isn't available, then you have the best person.
The best person
to
there.
help you.
Now you're downtown. How has it been since you've been open? How has the community received you?
Okay, so what I would say about downtown, first, what was spoken to earlier about Grand Bahama Port Authority assisting, I would love to say thank you so much, because the main thing with doing business over the years is the ease of business, as he indicated. And I found being in Freeport, the Port Authority has offered me those benefits to my license.
Okay. You've taken advantage of all
Yes,
the benefits
I have
attached to
taken
being a member.
advantage to all of the benefits. So I have already had a commercial done. So they came, I think last month, they came to do the commercial. And there have been other opportunities for me to do advertisement with the Port Authority. Okay. And I would like to thank GB Port Authority for their assistance.
So it was easy doing business to open your business here.
Yes,
so
it was. Even with licensing processes, at the front desk, the staff was on hand, able to answer my questions, let me know because it was a change from those that knew how to do license to what you offer now with your portal.
Right.
So that was quite an ease.
So what would you tell other Nassauvians, your friends, your other business colleagues in Nassau, what would you tell them about coming to Freeport to do business?
Now, what I would say about coming to Freeport to do business is, Freeport is, number one, a homely place. That's what I love about it. So once you get into doing business, you get to build relationships. And also, as I say, the Port Authority will help you grow your business. Okay. So I've been open not quite a year yet, and I must say I've seen the benefits, the financial benefits, and also the personal interaction benefits of being here in Freeport.
So Grand Bahama has done you well.
Yes, it has.
Good.
The community has embraced you.
Yes, they have.
Okay.
So I would definitely thank the Port Authority for that.
That is wonderful. Now, I want persons to know exactly where to find all of this good stuff: the patient care services, the over-the-counter medications, the assistance from your nurse. Tell us where they can find you.
Okay, so we are located, Island Care is in the Explorers Mall Plaza. I think it also has Turker Plaza on it. I know it has Explorers Mall Plaza
downtown.
because it's
Explorers
on
Way
it,
downtown.
Explorers Way. So we're in the plaza, which is directly opposite Scotiabank, across the road from Scotiabank, and we're the first shop space in the plaza. So if you're looking at Scotiabank, just spin around, and there we are, right there.
All right. So basically the Tico's Plaza.
Right, Tico's.
Oh, yes,
Well, I
Tico's
call it
Man
the Chinese
Fashion.
restaurant plaza. So
Y'all know she
but we're
mentioned
gonna
food
call
this
it the
whole
Island
show.
Cares. We're gonna call it the Island Cares Plaza for today. For today. So we definitely know how to do that. But I thought it was quite interesting when you started talking about your experience with the GBPA, going through the process for the licensing, the fact that now it's digital, so there's a portal, you go online. It's changed since your time, Alex. We have a website now since your time, many years ago.
So long.
No, you're a valued client, obviously. Valued customer, valued licensee, but it's changed. It's upgraded. It's become
has upgraded.
digitized, and that helps
And it's
a whole
smoother-
lot
smoother
for the
process.
ease of doing
Yes.
business.
Yes, it is.
Is there any misconception you think may have existed prior to you coming to bring your business to Freeport? Is there anything that perhaps you may have heard or thought of while you were in Nassau that was debunked when you came to Freeport to do business?
Okay, well, knowing Freeport and also knowing Nassau, I would say the industry sector did seem to slow a bit in Freeport. It seemed to have become a bit stagnant in terms of the businesses that were here were continuing, but there weren't much new businesses that were being heard of in Grand Bahama. So I would say knowing what Freeport, back in the day, everyone compares it to the Barco Syntax time frame. And then Freeport is transitioning, I would say, to more small businesses as indicated. So therefore, I felt it necessary to include myself within the growth of the small businesses because I started to see a health boom in Freeport. I'm not sure what it was, but I
But
did.
you see it.
I did note from being in Nassau and being within the industry,
Right.
that I've been hearing. I was hearing a lot of sip about, okay, medical treatment is booming in Freeport. They're starting to create more opportunity for healthcare here. So I just wanted to be a part of that. So I would say I did notice the change within the few, I'll say 5 years or so with the industry, especially with healthcare.
You hear the sip? I tell you, people talking about us.
Yeah.
She heard it. They're talking about what's going on in Grand Bahama, despite what a lot of louder voices may proclaim. There is movement in Grand Bahama. There is investments in Grand Bahama, and there is building. And one of the things she said we discussed on our last show was small business growth.
Yes.
Small businesses are the engine that keeps a community and
It's the
economy
bedrock
going.
of the
And
economy.
she decided, I want to get in on this while the getting's good.
Right.
That's
I
right.
agree.
Because
Yes.
rent's going to go up downtown. I need y'all to know this.
Well, if rent goes up, that means you have to have more spaces. And I'm thinking right now,
We're
downtown
we're
is
getting
pretty
spaces.
sure, so we'll see exactly what's happening there. But we want to thank you so very much for joining us, Island Care Pharmacy. Welcome to Freeport, and we wish you all of the best. So thanks for staying with us. We hope that you enjoyed the Business Flashback. Again, it was something really different, but we thought it would have been a wonderful opportunity for us to highlight our Freeport businesses that come and support the show. You have an opportunity to be on the show as well. Send us an email, info@gbpa.com, or visit the Port Authority receptionist desk and say, hey, I just want to be on Focus Forward. Someone will connect you, and we will get you on this show. Alex, great show today.
It was. I'm all about businesses. Y'all know that. We'll make sure next week she introduced me as the business guru.
Right.
For Grand Bahama, okay? We're going to do that. We're going to make sure that happens. But
I think she'll be introducing herself, but okay.
Yes, but you know what? Listen, if they didn't have that business flashback, some of y'all forgot some of the businesses that we have on this show, and I bet you're about to go buy something right now after we close out this episode.
Absolutely. So make sure buy local,
Shop
shop
at
at
home.
home,
Exactly.
support our local businesses and help to grow this economy. Thank you so much for inviting us into your offices, your businesses, and your homes. Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show Focus Forward is always here for you to tell you about all of the things that's happening within the city of Freeport. And until next time, I'm Glendia Sweeting.
And I'm Alex Thompson.
Informing you on the positive things that happen when you focus
Forward.
You've been listening to Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. Like us on Facebook at Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau to stay updated. And drop a business card at the Grand Bahama Port Authority receptionist desk to have your business featured on our show. Tune in next Thursday, same time, same place, for Focus Forward.